Hello students, welcome back to my channel IITN Maths Classes by Dr. Amandeep. So in today's class, we are going to discuss exercise 4.2, question number 3, 4, 5 and 6. So let us start with it. So question number 3 of exercise 4.2 is as follows. So you can see we have question number 3. The statement is this. Let us read this statement. It is saying find two numbers whose sum is 27 and product is 182. So now let us find the solution of this statement with the help of quadratic equation. So now you can see we have to consider two numbers whose sum is 27 and the product is 182. So let us consider the two numbers. Let the numbers are x and y. Now it is given to us that the sum is 27. So it means the first statement will become x plus y equal to 27. And in the second thing, you can see the product is 182. So it means the product of these two numbers, that is x and y, is 182. Now with the help of these two equations, we have to find the number that is x and y. So let us try this. So now what we can do in step number 1, we can find the value of y from equation 1. So if you see from equation 1, we can write y equal to 27 minus x. So let's say this is equation 3. Now in step 2, we can substitute the value of y into equation 2. So substitute the value of y into equation 2. So if we substitute the value, so what will become, you see the second equation, it will x into y. So y we have now 27 minus x equal to 182. Now student, you can see if we now multiply this x with 27 and then with negative x, so it will become 27x minus x square equal to 182. Now also we can write this one as, if you take it to the left hand side, so it will become x square negative 27x plus 182 equal to 0. Now you see we have this quadratic equation which we need to solve. Now as you can see in the previous question, that is question number 1, we have learned that how to solve the quadratic equation with the help of factorization method. So we will try to solve this equation with the help of factorization method. So now student, you can see we have to do the factorization of negative 27x such that if you take the factor of that, your product should be 182. So now let us think how to do this. Now you see we can take the factor negative 13x, negative 14x, and if you do the product of these two, as you can see, you can do the product. So the answer is 182. So it means if you solve this equation with the help of factorization, we will get this equation. Now you can see the next step is we have to take the common as we have done yesterday plus. So you can see this is x minus 13 minus, if you take common 14, so it will be x. Now this minus is taken common, so inside it is negative and 13 equal to 0. Now we'll take the common again, and you can see if we take the common x minus 13, it is x minus 14. So now the remaining one is x minus 14. This is x and this is negative 14. So this is the factorization of this equation. And now you can see we can consider that either x minus 13 is 0 or x minus 14 is 0. Okay. Now you see student, we have two numbers. One is 30 and another one is x equal to 14. Now with the help of equation number 1, that is x plus y equal to 27, if you consider this equation, we can find the value of y. That is basically, you can take the value that if x is 13, then this equation will become this one. And if you solve this one, you can see the answer is 14. Other thing also, if you take x is 14, if you solve this equation, you will get y. And what will be y? Y will be 13. So that means we have find the value of x and y. That is, if x is 13, so y is 14. And if our x is 14, our y is 13. So now in the question they have asked, find two numbers whose sum is 27 and product is 182. So it means now student, we have find these two numbers x and y, that is x is 13 and y is 14. Or you can say x is 14 and y is 13. So this is the answer of question number 3. 4. The statement of question 4 is this one. That is, find consecutive positive integer means if we have one integer x, then consecutive next integer will be x plus 1. Or if the previous integer is x minus 1, then you can also take the next integer 1. So any of them you can consider. So now let us say, let two consecutive positive integers are x plus 1. So now in the statement they have written sum of whose squares is 365. That means we need to consider the square of these two integers, and then we have to take the sum of that squared number. That is, we have to first do the square and then we have to take the sum of both. As you can see, the first number square is x square and the second number square is x plus 1 square. So their sum is 365. Now let us simplify this. If we simplify this, you can see we can apply the formula of x plus 1 square, that is x square plus 2x plus 1. So let us write this one. Now, if we simplify it further, you can see this is 2x square plus 2x plus 1. And if you take it to the left side, it will become minus 365 equal to 0. So now it implies we have the quadratic equation is this one. Now, dear student, you can see we can divide this equation by 2. As you can see in each term, the factor of 2 is there, that is 2, 2, and this is also divided by 2. So if we divide by 2, you will get the equation that will, this one, equal to 0. Now, we have to do we have to find the answer for x. So what we have to do? We have to do the factorization again. So let us do the factorization for this equation. So dear student, as you can see, we have the equation x square plus x minus 182. Now we have to do the factor of x such that their product will be minus 182 x square. That is first and last term. So you can see we can take the factor 14x minus 13x, and if you multiply these two numbers, then our answer will be minus 182 x square. So let us write this one. So plus x means we can write plus 14x minus 13x minus 182 equal to 0. Now, student, you can see we can take the common, that is x plus 14 minus 13, then x. Again, we are taking the common minus. So, inside this minus will become positive. Positive 14 equal to 0. Now, we can take the common again, x plus 14. If you take common 14, so it will become x minus 13. The remaining part, that is x minus 13 equal to 0. Now, student, you can see from these two factors, we can say either x plus 14 is 0, or we can also say x minus 13 is 0. This implies we have x equal to negative 14 or x equal to 13. So these are the two answers. But now you see in the question statement, they have written find two consecutive positive integers. It means our integer should be positive. So since this is not positive, so we can avoid the first solution, that is x equal to minus 14. So let's avoid this, and it means we cannot consider x equals to minus 14. So our solution is x equals to 13. This is the first integer, and in the question you see we have taken two integers, that is x and x plus 1. It means the next integer will be x plus 1, that is 14. So our answer for this question is we have two consecutive integers, that is 13 and 14, for which if you do the square and if you do then the addition of both, it will be 365. So this is the final answer for question number 4. So now let us discuss the next question, that is question 5. So let me write the statement of question 5. So dear student, as you can see the statement of question 5 here, that is, we have to given the altitude of right triangle is 7 centimeter less than its base. If the hypotenuse is 13 centimeter, then we have to find the other two sides. Now let us discuss first about the right triangle. What we mean it. So you know students, right triangle means if we have any triangle in which one of the angle, if it is 90 degree, we will call that as a right triangle. Let us say we have triangle A, B, C, in which this angle is 90 degree. So it is right triangle. Now the statement is the altitude of right triangle. So what we mean this altitude? Altitude means the height of the triangle, the perpendicular height. So it means altitude, that is perpendicular height, that is 7 centimeter less than its base. And you see this is our base for this triangle, and this is altitude, that is AC, and the next thing is hypotenuse, that is BC is our hypotenuse. So it means now we will use in this question the relation between altitude, base and hypotenuse. Now let us consider first the base of the triangle. You see in the question, it is saying the altitude of a right triangle is 7 centimeter less than its base. So let us consider, let the base of right triangle is x centimeter. Let us consider. So we have considered this is x. So now you can see this implies the altitude of a right triangle is 7 centimeter less than its base. So this means altitude of right triangle will be equal to less than its base, 7 centimeter less. So x minus 7. Now you see it is given that hypotenuse is 3. Again you see this is our right triangle, and in right triangle the famous theorem that we know, that is Pythagoras theorem. So in right triangle we can say with the help of Pythagorean theorem that states that if you have altitude, base and hypotenuse, then you can always say that hypotenuse square equal to its base square plus altitude square. That is, we can say in this question BC square equal to base square, that is AB square, this is our base, and plus altitude square, this is our altitude, that is AC square. Now dear student, you can see in the question the hypotenuse is given, that is 13. So we can say it is 13 square equal to. Now you see the base is x. AB, we have considered the base, that is x. So it is x square plus altitude, we have x minus 7. So it means we can write here x minus 7 square. Now student, you can see we can simplify this it again. If you see 13 square, we can write it 169 equal to x square plus. Now if you solve this one, x minus 7 square, it will be x square minus 14x plus 49. We have applied the formula a minus b square, that is a square minus 2ab plus b square. So if you solve this equation further, so we have 2x square minus 14x plus 149. So student, as you can see, we again simplify this, and if you simplify it further, what we will get? 2x square minus 14x plus 149 minus 169 equal to 0. And this equation will become, if you see, we can write 2x square minus 14x, and the last term, that is 149 minus 169. So if we solve this is minus 20. So we can write it is minus 20 equal to 0. Now again, we can divide this equation by 2. So if you divide by 2, so it will be x squared minus 7x minus 10 equal to 0. Now you see, this is the quadratic equation, and now our aim is to solve this quadratic equation to find out the value of x. So we will apply again here factorization method, and you see, in the factorization method we have to do the factor of negative 7x such that their product is negative 10x square. That is x square into negative 10. So you can see, we can take, dear student, there was one correction. If you see, I have put here 149 by mistake. So it is 49. So it is 49. Now, if you go to the next, so it is, instead of 20, it is 120, and it is, if you see, if you divide by 2, this equation, so you can see the, here it is 49 minus 169, that is minus 120. If you divide by 2, so this is, we have 60. So let me write here 60. Now, dear student, we have to do the factorization of negative 7x such that their product term is negative 60x square. So let me write here negative 60x square. So now you have to do the factor of this one. So can I say the factor will be minus 12x plus 5x, so that their product will be negative 60x square. So let me write here, it is minus 12x plus 5x minus 60 equal to 0. Now, if we solve this one by taking the common, if you take the common from first two, it will be x minus 12. And from the last two, if you take the common 5, it is x minus 12 again. Now, if you solve this one, we can write x minus 12. We can take the common, and the remaining term is x plus 5 equal to 0. Now, student, you can see here the interesting thing that here either x minus 12 is 0 or x plus 5 is 0. Now, from the very first, we have x is 12, and from the second, we have x equals to negative 5. So, interesting thing is here that this is, x is our base, and base means AB has some particular length or distance that can never be positive number. So we can avoid this situation, and our answer, we will consider it, that is x equal to 12. So this is my answer for this question, that is the base for this question is x equal to 12. And now you can see the altitude that we have considered, here, altitude, that is x minus 7. So it means the altitude will become x minus 7 and it will negative 12 minus negative 7 and it is 5. So the answer is for the other two sides that in question they have asked find the other two sides. So the other two sides are 12 and 5. So we can write 12 centimeter and 5 centimeter. So this is the final answer for question number 5. So I hope all these questions are clear to you. And dear student, if you have any doubt, query, please write me in the comment section. I'm happy to help you. So thank you for your time and please do share, subscribe my channel. Thank you.